Okay, guys, I want to show you a really quick, simple psychological operation. Let's hit this.
Jill Colvin, let's talk about your beat, because politics is intertwined in everything. Somehow the White House is going to explain how it is that they're not going to allow Fauci to testify before the Democratic-controlled chamber, and yet will allow him to testify before the upper chamber in the hands of the Republicans. Today we had a new press secretary.
It's really hard for me to listen to Lion Brian Williams. This is what this video is all about. They're going to make a big deal about Kayleigh McEnany saying that she's not going to lie as the new press secretary, which is so crazy. Of course she's going to lie as a press secretary. She's in the White House. She's part of government. Governments lie. But then you have mainstream media who are liars that are going to ask a liar if she's going to lie. But the icing on the cake is coming. Just stick around.
Making her debut in the briefing room. We noted you asked the question that brought about the answer. Here it is. We'll talk about it on the other side.
Will you pledge never to lie to us from that podium?
I will never lie to you. You have my word on that.
So, Jill, that was followed by the press briefing. How did she do?
Well, I mean, it was just, the first time now that we had the press secretary standing up there in more than a year. And so I think everyone...
This woman right here works for mainstream, lamestream corporate media whose sole job it is to distract, deceive, divide, and help conquer the masses. She's part of a conglomerate that does nothing but lies and is filled with a press corps of liars, and it's just a convoluted piece of garbage.
Was in the room, was kind of interested in how she would approach this new job. The previous press secretary spent her entire 9 months never once appearing on stage. And in general, she was less antagonistic, certainly, than some of her predecessors, like Sean Spicer, for instance, and Sarah Sanders sometimes was. But despite answering that question and saying she would never lie from the podium, the next questions in the press briefing certainly... there's always a line of kind of what you consider lying or not, but there were certainly misstatements, there were certainly mischaracterizations, as she talked about, for instance, sexual misconduct allegations that have been leveled.
Misstatements and mischaracterizations. Let's just keep in mind, guys, mainstream media is the corporate oligarchy that lied about 9/11, weapons of mass destruction. They lied back in the 1960s to get us involved in the Vietnam War with the Gulf of Tonkin. And the list it's so long. It's crazy. Look at some of these comments that are here. Ask a liar that has always lied on TV, talking about McEnany, if she would ever lie to you, and you'll for sure get the answer, I'll never lie. But I wanted to direct your attention to this, because one of the reasons I can't stand Lion Brian Williams is because everybody knows he's a liar. Remember Choppergate? It says, during the January 30th, 2015 NBC nightly news broadcast, Brian Williams referred to a terrible moment a dozen years back during the invasion of Iraq, when the helicopter we were traveling in was forced down after being hit by an RPG. He told that lie for 10 years. 10 years on national television. Not just national television, world television with the internet. NBC nightly news goes around the world. So he's telling the entire world a lie. For no reason. He didn't have to tell this lie. He's just got these delusions of grandeur, and he wants people to think that he was in a dangerous spot when he wasn't. Well, some military guy said, you weren't on my helicopter when all that stuff went down, and my helicopter never got hit. And then he had to come clean, and then he got exposed by Matt Lauer. You remember that? So you got Matt Lauer, sexual predator, interviewing Lion Brian Williams. It's all just a convoluted mess.
I said things that weren't true. Did you give thought at the time to going on the air and saying I lied? I know why people would see it that way. It's not what happened. What happened is the fault of a whole host of other sins. What happened is clearly part of my ego getting the better of me. To put myself in a better light, it had to have been ego that made me think I had to be sharper. Funnier. Quicker. Than anybody else. Put myself closer to the action.
And a psychological operation to get you to let go of the truth. Like, it's okay to be a liar. Look, let's go back here. Look at this guy, that he can even put his face and voice on television. Listen.
Jill Colvin, let's talk about your beat, because politics is intertwined in everything. Somehow the White House is going to explain how it is that they're not.
Liar. How can anybody take a guy like that serious? And there's a lot of lies. Look, this is Politico right here, guys. Politico is outing this guy as a liar. During the May 3rd, 2011 NBC Nightly News broadcast, Brian Williams said that he had, quote, the great honor of flying into Baghdad with SEAL Team 6 at the start of the war. A Special Operations Command spokesman has told Huffington Post, we do not embed journalists with us or any other unit that conducts counterterrorism missions. So it's a lie. Brian Williams lied about that. If he's going to lie about Choppergate, if he's going to lie about coming into Baghdad with SEAL Team 6, and then there's this lie he told about the Berlin Wall, I'm not even going to read it. He's going to lie about anything, everything. He has no morals. He has no moral compass. He has no guiding light, no principles within him, and yet they're going to hire him back? This is a mockery, guys. It's a mockery of any audience who would listen to this crap and actually believe it. So you have a liar in corporate media, and a lying reporter asking a lying press secretary if she's going to lie. If that's not psychological operations, I don't know what is. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow banned video.